It's been 6 years and some real estate agents still haven't learned this lesson. Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Rob Folia, real estate coach, broker, and author of Real Estate Reset. Now, I can say 6 years and be precise about it because, well, I remember the time. It was 2020. It was early 2020, specifically March to May of 2020, when we were all dealing with the pandemic shutdown, right? We all dealt with that. And real estate agents, we were clamoring to be essential workers and grinding away. I know I was one of those agents that was still making the phone calls, still making care calls, right? But the lesson that I learned when we came out of that time period was that people didn't need a real estate agent at that point. You know, they needed a friend, they needed connection, right? But they didn't need a real estate agent. And if I could go back in time and change what I did those 2 months, I would have definitely taken it a lot easier. If I could go back in time, I would have done that in early 2020 for those couple of months because you could see a clear just lull in the market when you look back historically at 2020, where you see those couple of months where things just kind of shut down, for lack of a better term. So for those that don't know, I'm in Nashville. I've been selling real estate in Nashville since 2013. I still sell real estate here, by the way. So if you have a real estate need in Nashville, reach out to me. I'm happy to help. But the reason I'm bringing this up is here in Nashville and really all the Southeast, we've been hit hard the last few days with weather, cold weather, freezing temperatures we don't typically get, single digits, wind chills that are in the negatives, ice storms. Gosh, man, there are still people in Nashville that don't have power right now. But I'm wanting to share this with you because I'm seeing some real estate agents that are like, despite what's happening right now, I'm still making my calls. I'm bringing this up because, you know, there are some people that are in a very similar position as I am. I'm very invested in the young professional world in real estate. I spent a lot of time helping groom the next level of leaders in my company. I have spent a lot of time helping grow young professional networks here inside of Keller Williams over the years. I was the Keller Williams Young Professional of the Year in 2020. You see, I'm very invested in the young professional community here in our industry. Maybe that's because I'm a young professional, you know, if you can still call 40 young, which I think you can anyway. And I know there are a lot of people that are in a similar stage of life that I am. You know, I'm married, I've got a young child at home, and I think it's very important that we do everything we can to not just make business plans and work our business plans, but that we need to create memories. After all, that's what real estate reset coaching is all about, helping you create memories, not just business plans. And I'm seeing some people that are out there that are just bragging about, hey, I'm still pounding the phones, I'm still making my time to do what's important. You know what's really important? Your family. That's what's really important. You know, 5 years from now, nobody is going to care that you made that one phone call or that spent that 2 hours on the phone. You know, yes, it might help you next week. You might have generated an appointment, and that might help you next week or next month. But if you miss out on the important times with your family, then man, that family time's what matters 5 years from now. That phone call doesn't. Honestly, that piece of business that you generated isn't going to matter in 5 years. Your time with your family, that's going to matter 5 years from now. And so I just want to spread this message out to everybody, not just young professionals, obviously, too, by the way. You know, I think there's a lot of young professionals that fall victim to this, that are stuck in that rat race of the grind mentality, the 24/7, the hustle culture. A lot of young professionals that get stuck in that type of mentality, that type of world. And I really want to get the young professionals out of that world, if that makes sense. But everybody needs to hear that we need to stop just working on our business plans and create some memories as well. And, you know, this time period when, you know, the world's kind of shut down, for at least like locally, we've been shut down here in Middle Tennessee for a few days. Things are starting to open back up. You know, some businesses were closed for a few days and have limited hours for a few days. But, you know, so there's been a little bit of a shutdown. When that happens, you have my permission to have a little bit of a shutdown yourself for those couple of days. Spend that time with your family. Spend that time doing the things that really light you up. I know I wish I had done that during the pandemic. Learn from me, learn from my mistakes. Go out there and do what lights you up. Spend that time with the people you care about. Spend that time with yourself. Really recharge the batteries, reset a little bit for those couple of days. You'll be thankful that you did. If this has been of value, do me a favor, hit the like buttons, hit the follow, the subscribe buttons. And if you're a real estate agent needing some coaching like this, some personal one-on-one coaching, and you want to experience something like this, do me a favor, go to your inbox, type in rob@realestatereset.org, or just head over to realestatereset.org. Let's get in touch. I'm happy to help you. I'd love to take you on as a client if you're looking to create this type of life by design.